Chapter 11. The Subconscious, Your Companion for Success. Success is the achievement of something planned, attempted, or desired. The irony about success is that it is most often intangible. Happiness, peace, joy, contentment are just some examples of how success is defined. Yet all these intangibles represent the innermost, deepest desires of all human beings. When you focus your thoughts on these intangibles, you can manifest them into your life in the ways that you desire. Happiness may manifest in the form of a loving family. Wealth may manifest itself as a lucrative job or financial abundance. Success may manifest as a promotion further up the career ladder or a highly profitable business opportunity. Whatever intangibles you desire, manifesting them merely takes the help of your subconscious mind. The first crucial step to success is to discover passion. The most successful people in history achieved all that they did thanks to passion. Having passion for something you do helps a long way in getting you to go the extra mile to ensure you see your endeavor through to completion. One good philosophy to live by is, when you have passion, work feels like play. Consider the concept of hobbies. Think about a particular hobby that you might have. You find pleasure in indulging in the activity. You are passionate about it. On the other hand, someone else may think that the activity is pointless or even a chore because they have absolutely no passion for it. Those who find success in what they do tend to develop passion for their work, and this aids them in getting themselves motivated to accomplish what they need to accomplish. For example, if someone aspires to be a doctor, it wouldn't do for them to simply acquire a medical degree, display it in their office, and call it a day. They would have to continuously keep themselves up to date with the latest medical procedures, technological advancements in medicine, speak to other medical professionals. Simply put, anyone who aspires to be a doctor will have to have the passion to improve the knowledge of their chosen field in order to make people's lives better. However, it is understandable that developing passion isn't always the easiest thing. If you find difficulty in developing a passion for what you do, then try asking your subconscious for an answer in the following manner. The infinite wisdom within my subconscious mind will help me discover the passion I am missing in life. Repeat the above affirmation with conviction and faith, and an answer will reveal itself to you as an idea, thought, or feeling. When it does reveal itself to you, it will be with clarity and certainty. The next step would be to focus your efforts toward where your passion lies, concentrating on your forte. In the instance of a student pursuing an education in engineering, he could specialize in one or two areas of expertise, such as computer engineering, microelectronics, or telecommunications engineering. Choosing to focus on what you can strive for excellence in helps in instilling confidence, so you are motivated to develop a healthy attitude toward further betterment of your forte. Do not simply pursue an education in a particular field when you lack the passion for it. Most people make this mistake for purely financial reasons and, ultimately, resent the jobs and lives that they end up with. They end up lacking passion in not only their careers, but in their personal lives as well, as frustration and resentment build up within themselves. And because they harbor such negative thoughts in their lives, success will never really come to them. Sure, they may get by with their chosen professions. Perhaps they might even be very well off from the job they resent. But true success, that of happiness, contentment, and peace, will remain out of their reach. In order to achieve true success, selflessness is key. One must look beyond simply getting by in life and aspire to be noble, great, and selfless. The last step that you will need to undertake is to determine the nature of your desires. Ideally, the nature of your desires should be one that not only benefits yourself or your loved ones, but one that touches the lives of many. If your desires benefit the lives of many, it is more likely that they will manifest into your life quicker. Desires that aim to benefit humanity are favored by divine grace, and, as such, you will receive blessings aplenty. If your desires are selfish and aim to benefit only yourself, then it would be highly unlikely that divine grace will manifest them into your life. In fact, if your desires and intents are less than noble, you may even end up receiving the opposite of what you desired in the first place. Even when it seems as though your desires have manifested into your life, they would not last very long. You may have heard of stories about unscrupulous men who seek success and seek to profit through questionable means, be it embezzlement, robbery, or cons. they would eventually attract trouble into their lives, no matter how successful they appear to be. A perfect example would be the recent near collapse of Wall Street. As a result of questionable dealings by those in the financial sector, they desired for wealth that would mostly benefit themselves, and when the truth was unraveled, many fell out of favor with divine grace and lost their fortunes. Money that is acquired through questionable or illegal means often disappears quickly. Even if it doesn't disappear completely, the very act of undertaking questionable means to bring the desire for wealth into reality robs them of vitality, creates limitations, and manifests trouble in their lives in a variety of ways, either through relationships with family, friends, loved ones, or through health. Peace and tranquility will elude them. I once had an acquaintance, a friend of a former colleague, who misappropriated a large sum of money from the company he worked for. He used his ill-gotten gains to purchase an extravagant house and a fleet of luxury cars. Though he lived in splendor with his family, he had no peace of mind. He suffered insomnia and terrible nightmares about the consequences of his actions. There was the constant fear of his misdeeds finally coming to light, and eventually it was too much for him to bear. Almost a year after he committed the crime, he turned himself into the authorities and was subsequently found guilty. He was sentenced to prison for embezzlement. While there, he was fortunate enough to receive spiritual counseling, which thoroughly transformed his mindset. Upon his release, years later, he was a changed man, law-abiding, ethical, honest. It took a while for him to find a job because of his criminal history, but eventually he found one which he loved. Though the pay was a far cry from what he had received from his previous job, he was content and grateful with what he received. He had his family, who accepted him back into their lives despite what he had put them through with his imprisonment. And, thanks to the spiritual counseling he received while in prison, he understood now that no amount of money could give him the joy his family gave him. You see, true success is more than just amassing wealth and living a life of luxury. True success is measured not necessarily by material wealth, but also spiritual wealth. Most of the wealthiest and enduring success stories in the world are often those who have found balance between wealth and the spiritual aspect of life. Aim to achieve the same harmony. Once the subconscious mind is at peace with what you do, it is able to work in harmony with the conscious mind to manifest into reality the successes that you desire in life. Remember, the subconscious mind is a limitless source of motivation and energy, and should not be overlooked by anyone who desires great success. Janice's success story. Some years back, I resided in a pleasant suburban neighborhood, and I lived next to a nice family. Unfortunately, I didn't see much of them, as I was always off to work much earlier and returning home much later than anyone else in the neighborhood. On occasion, I would catch a glimpse of the neighbors' children playing in the yard, but I never really managed to talk to any of them. Then, on one of my rare days off work, I noticed one of the children, Janice, sitting on the front porch of their house, seemingly troubled. I asked if she was all right, and she related to me how she felt as though there was something missing in her. She felt stupid because her grades were bad, and she didn't understand most of what was taught in her class. She believed that her teachers had given up on her. As the conversation went on, I realized that this girl was not at all stupid. She was smart, quick-witted, and had a wicked sense of humor. The problem, I discovered, was her mindset towards school. When she was young, she had seen how her brother had been punished for bringing home poor grades, and since then, she developed a fear and resentment towards school in general. Her situation compelled me to explain to her how powerful the subconscious mind was. I gave her the cliff notes on how the subconscious and conscious mind worked, and how, if she achieved complete harmony between the two, she could accomplish practically anything she set her mind to. I taught her several positive affirmations she could use, and asked that she use them at least 3 times a day. She was highly receptive to the idea, and said that she would do as I had asked. 6 months would pass before I got the opportunity to speak to her again, and she excitedly recounted the experience of her success. Ever since she was taught the affirmations, she learned basic meditation techniques and incorporated the affirmations into her meditations. She kept to the suggested routine of repeating the affirmations thrice a day. Once upon awakening, once after lunch, and once before bed. Soon enough, her grades improved tremendously, and she was the top of almost every class. Her teachers were amazed by her remarkable improvement, and admired her determination to excel in any class she was in. Janice's success is merely one of countless examples of people who found success through their subconscious mind. Great success can be achieved, whether it is in business or relationships, work or play. Your subconscious mind is the one companion you must work with in complete harmony if you desire success. Try this. If you seek to achieve success but have no idea where to begin, the following technique may help you get started on your road to success. Step 1. Decide on what you are passionate about. Passion in what you do is the first key to success. If you have trouble deciding what you are passionate about, then seek guidance in prayer, as shown in previous chapters. Remember that within your subconscious lies infinite intelligence, which holds the answer to all that you seek. Step 2. Think about providing your services to those who require them. You have to be selfless in your motives, and you must make serving others a priority over serving your own needs. Step 3. Decide on a niche that you can be the best at. Be more knowledgeable of this specialized niche so that others will seek you out for it. Step 4. Do not embark on your journey towards success with wholly selfish means. Your motive for success must be unselfish and must benefit not only yourself, but others as well. If you seek only to benefit yourself, then you will not receive the blessing of the divine in abundance. You may even draw limitations to yourself, such as ill health or unfortunate circumstance. Step 5. Always remember that your subconscious mind contains all the creative forces you require to make your success into reality. Knowing that you possess such infinite intelligence within you will give you the confidence and peace of mind that you need to accomplish all that you desire in life.